right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Wes here. Today we've got some huge news to talk about for Hogwarts Legacy, including new gameplay that was revealed that showed off a new ground mount that we'll have in Hogwarts Legacy in the form of the Graphorn. So yes, as we've known, you will be able to mount a fantastic beast. This time we got to see ground mount gameplay, and this took place during the CCXP Brazilian Comic-Con event, where the team showed off a brand new trailer that we're going to dive into as well. In that trailer, the team showed off an extended look at gameplay, as well as a longer look at a cinematic we previously saw during the Sony State of Play, which was the scene where Sebastian Sallow was caught sneaking into the restricted section. This cinematic also gave us confirmation of a key character in the story, which we'll be diving into soon. Along with that, we got a new gameplay screenshot that were revealed in the official theme, Overture to the Unwritten. The screenshots in the video make Hogwarts Legacy look massive, so definitely stick around until the end of the video for those details. Also, real quick, guys, if you want a chance to win a PlayStation 5 and a copy of Hogwarts Legacy, or a game of your choice, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, comment your Twitter handle, follow me on Twitter, and tweet me proof that you're subscribed by tagging my Twitter handle at WesNemo. The winner will be announced at 80,000 subscribers, and I will not be reaching out via comments. So as you guys know, there was a Brazilian Comic-Con that was taking place this weekend on November 3rd, and with that we got some new gameplay that was leaked that showed off a new trailer, like I said. And in that trailer we got to see the first look at how it will be to summon fantastic beasts in Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously we don't know how many fantastic beasts that there will be to tame, but this trailer finally revealed how we're actually going to be recalling the mounts in the game. So if you guys take a look at the video on the screen right here, the player pulls out his suitcase and calls out a Graphorn in a very Newt Scamander way of summoning a fantastic beast. Of course, the fantastic beast in this video is the first ground mount that we have, which is the Graphorn. This was obviously showed off in a previous state of play, as well as the initial trailer where the adult Graphorn and the baby Graphorn were playing with a ball, most likely in the enclosure that we created for them. But in my opinion, the most interesting aspect of this gameplay video is whenever you're riding the Graphorn, you can actually stun and knock back enemies that are in your way. This raises the big question whether or not we're going to be able to use other fantastic beasts like the Hippogriff or the Thestral and just use them for combat. I can just picture us flying in with a Hippogriff and then ground pounding a group full of dark wizards or goblins. That would be such an awesome mechanic. Now, whether or not they're going to be able to do all of that in the game, what we do know is there will be some sort of knockback feature utilizing the Graphorn ground mount. And did I mention this animation? It looks so flawless. The player is just walking and then presses the button and it's a fantastic beast, and what do you know, it's the Graphorn, and the player just starts riding it in such a seamless transition. So what an incredible job to the animation team at Avalanche Software. Those guys are absolutely crushing it. It seems like every time there's new Hogwarts Legacy gameplay, there's always some new animation or cool feature that we get showcased that we've never seen before, which is super great to see. Now, with all of that being said, that kind of raises the next question: how many fantastic beasts will we see featured in Hogwarts Legacy? The wizarding world has a ton of fantastic beasts and creatures, and with this game being quite an ambitious undertaking as it is, will we see more than 10 or even 20 plus fantastic beasts in the game? Obviously the more the merrier, but then again, I would much rather have quality fantastic beasts that all feel alive in their own right, ones you'll be able to tame and even mount, and then use those beasts as gameplay mechanics during your time playing through Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I'm not expecting to have a bunch of fantastic beasts in the game that you'll be able to mount, but that kind of leads me to the next question. With this game having an emphasis on traversal via the fantastic beasts, how many can we find as well as tame and mount in Hogwarts Legacy? The amount of possibilities with the Harry Potter IP are almost infinite, and I'm not expecting to have everything in the game, and it's almost too ambitious to expect so many things to be featured in this game. The fact that we can jump on a Graphorn that's stored in our suitcase from a fantastic beast that we already tamed and then use that in the gameplay is crazy to think about. So maybe it is just a handful of fantastic beasts that we'll be able to recall and summon via the suitcase. Either way, I think it's super awesome, and I'm glad the developers put this in the game. Moving right along, we got some new gameplay as well as an extended look at a scene from the original State of Play, the library scene where Sebastian Sallow gets caught by the librarian after he was snitched out from the one and only Peeves. Well, we got some context for that scene, which also gave us new details as well as the identity of a character that we've seen previously during the gameplay showcases and reveals. So in the new cinematic, we see that Sebastian is trying to sneak into the restricted section, but is caught and ratted out by Peeves. What he was doing is something we could obviously speculate on, which I believe might have to do with Sebastian Sallow's dark legacy, where he and our player are actually trying to sneak into the restricted section to figure out information regarding maybe a location or even a specific curse, or the curse that Sebastian claims will save a life that ends up being the Cruciatus curse. Now, in the new trailer at the Brazilian Comic-Con that showcases all of this, the librarian says, whenever you translate it, that essentially the librarian is going to report report this to Sebastian's uncle, who we heard in Sebastian Sallow's Dark Legacy trailer state, if either of you use dark magic, he will report us to the headmaster. Now, we obviously don't know the exact reason on why Sebastian was trying to enter the restricted section. This is obviously just speculation based on the evidence we've seen in the trailers, so it could be different on how things are done. Either way, we now know that this guy is Sebastian's uncle rather than his father, which is pretty awesome news. Now, who Sebastian's uncle will be in this game is something that we don't really know. He seems like the groundskeeper type character, but I've got no idea. Let me know who you guys think it is in the comment section. Now, the last bit of new information we got during the Brazilian Comic-Con, and that is the new score for Hogwarts Legacy that was actually revealed live during that event. During the Q&A section, the developer confirmed that Hogwarts Legacy will have a 30-hour soundtrack, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So you would think that that would mean that there's at least 30 hours of gameplay for that soundtrack to be played in, right? Well, that is kind of hard to determine. Obviously, we've got multiple seasons during the year, so I'm sure there's going to be like a holiday Christmas theme as well as a Halloween soundtrack and so much more. Now, with that, we've got a new song that was released from the original soundtrack for Hogwarts Legacy that revealed some new gameplay screenshots as well as some new look at Hogwarts as well as the overall map, and this game looks absolutely massive. The new song that was released is called Overture to the Unwritten, and it sounds perfect. Like, this soundtrack in this game is going to be just a masterpiece. The composer of Hogwarts Legacy did some John Williams type work with this game, and I've got to say, this is probably the aspect that I am most excited for. Overture to the Unwritten takes everything that we know and love about Harry Potter's soundtrack, from the infancy of the music in the first film with Hedwig's theme, all the way to how incredibly diverse the score was in Prisoner of Azkaban, and it's like pretty much just an amalgamation of everything we love about the Harry Potter films fit into one song. I'm not sure if this is going to be the actual theme of Hogwarts Legacy, but either way, this song is incredible. I've got it on loop. It's 5 minutes long, and like I said, it is just perfection. Now, in that gameplay music video, we also got to see new gameplay screenshots revealed that not only give us a new look at Hogwarts Castle in this image right here, but we also get to see how the castle looks from afar during the winter season. Now, along with that, we've got this screenshot right here that gives us kind of an overhead of how the Hogwarts Legacy map will look. Now, in the middle of the screenshot, obviously we have the Hogwarts Castle, and then we can see Hogsmeade, what also looks to be the Quidditch pitch that kind of is carved out. You can kind of see an oval on the map. Maybe that's the Quidditch pitch. I'm not exactly sure. But what's really interesting, if you actually take a look to the right of the image, you see a big tower or some structure that looks pretty massive, especially if you take a look at the scale of Hogwarts Castle, and then you take a look at the other structure to the right, and that singular structure looks to be pretty massive. Obviously, we don't know what it is. If anybody that's really good with lore in the books knows what that structure is, please let me know in the comment section. It looks like it might be a dungeon in this game. We know that there's going to be some force that we're going to have to face throughout the game, so maybe that could be an enemy structure or base that we're going to have to infiltrate. I'm not exactly sure. Either way, it looks massive, and I can't wait to explore and find out exactly what it is. Now, if you take a look at the overhead of the map, this doesn't look small at all. Obviously, a lot of people were thinking that it was just going to be Hogwarts Castle with kind of the surrounding areas with some dungeons to go inside, but it's looking like there will be a ton of stuff to do in the open world outside of the castle. Now, there's obviously the concern of them getting all of the details fine-tuned at Hogwarts Castle, and then the rest of the world is just kind of an empty mess. That is a genuine concern, especially with how much detail has gone into the castle itself, but I'm hoping that's not the case. Either way, this screenshot showcases the scale of the game world, which is awesome news for them to share. Moving on to our last topic, real quick, I want to talk about the initial CCXP gameplay trailer that we got that showcased the footage that we have never seen before with Hogwarts Legacy. With this trailer being revealed for CCXP's Brazilian Comic-Con, that kind of begs the question whether or not we're going to actually get another trailer or an extended gameplay trailer for Hogwarts Legacy during the Game Awards. The Game Awards is just 2 days away on December 8th, and with Hogwarts Legacy being up for most anticipated game of the year, it would make sense for them to do a trailer, and now that they showed something off at CCXP, it would only make sense if that footage was also going to be in an extended gameplay trailer that will be showcased during the Game Awards. Obviously, we don't know as of yet, but it would be really cool to see, especially if we got to see even more gameplay for Hogwarts Legacy. Any new gameplay is good gameplay in my opinion, and I cannot wait to see if we actually get that during the Game Awards. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up with this video. Let me know if you're excited for Hogwarts Legacy. Do you like the new gameplay? How many mounts do you think are going to be in the game? And what do you think that structure is on the right side of that gameplay screenshot that showcased a map of the game world? That's going to wrap it up with this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. This has been Wes. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on. Be be sure to enter the giveaway from the start of the video. And until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.